Okay, delete previous segment too. Okay, it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm a little later than I wanted to. I'm gonna catch the 6 o'clock bus. This is my last night out with darker hair. I got the it took long enough, but I finally got the week long of summer weather that I wanted. Um, so I guess probably tomorrow or the next day I'm gonna go ahead and dye this blonde. Um, because I'm gonna have a week worth of warm weather. The weather, that's what I needed because I don't want it to get all frizzy, right? Something else I'm noticing is that I'm a little bit darker. Um, it's funny. Well, no, I guess it, yeah. I was darker later last year than I'm used to, and I'm darker earlier. Like I don't usually get this dark until like July, even. Um, I guess I was out in a really like it was just like blaring hot that one day, and I got like tanned, and I'll be tanned for the rest of the summer because of it. This particular outfit, um, which is like, I mean, you can see the hair. It's kind of like, you know, dark hair, red lips, black eyes, and this particular outfit I would look better with paler skin, and I think that's what I'm feeling a little bit adverse to. I found the right lighting here, so I'm shielding myself from reality by letting the white light kind of lighten my skin, and it looks way better. This is kind of more the intent. Um, and I guess probably when it's dark, it probably will be what most people see, right? Um, but like I'm not ghostly white. I'm I'm kind of brown actually. Anyways, I'm gonna put some shoes on and we'll talk when we start going. I guess we got a few things to say. So yeah, it's about 20 degrees. Oh, beautiful, gorgeous, nice out. Um, I toyed with not even bringing a sweater, but I need to. The overnight is. It's too early in the year to start thinking about overnights like that. If I was coming home like in the evening, or if I was gonna be home before midnight, but in fact, I'm gonna be just getting started around midnight. I'm going to three things tonight. The first thing is a chiptune showcase. That's my initial destination. I don't know how long I'll be there for. If I'm there a really long time, I'm going to go directly to the late night club that I've never been to before. And if I'm out relatively early, I'm going to go to the Quiet Club because tonight there's there's actually an industrial night at the Quiet Club. The empty, I'm not sure the empty club is um, any more empty than the other one. I think that they're all empty clubs, to be honest with you. But the industrial night is the point after the chiptune. It really depends on how much fun I have at the chiptune show. I don't really know what to expect. It's supposedly the last in a series. Well, I think they keep saying it's the last one. I'm starting to get the impression that it's kind of just an inside joke. Um, but it's been apparently going for like 10 years. I've skipped a couple. This is like I think the third. This is the third one that I've seen, and I'm finally going tonight. It was like rain and finances and other things that kept me out, but That's what I'm finally going to. It's like it's like a forced collaboration of chiptune artists and whatever else they got thrown around. Digital noise, punk rock, whatever else is there. So, we'll see how that goes. I mean, I could be gone in a few minutes, right? I could be on after the second set. We'll see. I'm kind of expecting mostly um, an overwhelmingly male crowd as well. But I mean, it actually, in theory, it sounds really interesting. So it's the musician in me that feels I have to be there just to see. As a musician, I can only skip these things for so long before it's necessary. It's beautiful out. Wow. I hope it stays like this all night. I need to get my tickets. So, I mean, yeah, that's the actual reason for the night is to hit the chiptune show, or the weird chiptune mashup thing show. If I'm out of there early enough, like I say, I'll go to the Quiet Club because of the goth night thing, which just partly explains the attire. And if not, because it's Saturday, I'm gonna try and go to the Late Late Club, which, like I said, I've never been to yet. I want to. I guess the easiest way for me to articulate this is for me to state that I want to catch the bus. It's gonna depend. Like, if I don't get out of the chiptune show until like after 2 or something, then it's not gonna make sense because of the way the bus schedules are. But in fact, I can, if I catch this right, like if this works out right, I should be able to take a bus from the chiptune show to the industrial night, and then take a bus from the industrial night to the Late Late Club. I should be able to do that, because it happens to be that of the handful of all-night buses in Detroit, I'm basically going right up and down the routes that they exist on, right? Otherwise, it's a lengthy walk, so it's not going to make sense for me to walk. No, I'll just have to walk right there. But all things considering, I like, including being outside in the middle of the night, I think the bus is probably a better idea. So that's the plan. This is what I'm laying out for myself. We'll see what comes up. In terms of we haven't been doing any. Like, we haven't been taking any concert shots at all recently. I don't expect to take any tonight either. I'm not even sure. I'm sure I'll take some footage at Adrian Blue, but I mean, if I go. But I mean, at the same time, other people will take some too. So it's like, I don't even know. That's not the. So I mean, I don't. What I'm getting at is that this is going to be a lengthy night for me, but it may be a very short vlog, because if it works out the way I want it to, I'm just going to be like, you know, bopping in, back and forth, in and out, and there's not really going to be a lot to talk about. If it ends up being lengthy, it's going to be because I'm walking around. The bus is. I'm not going to catch the tunnel bus till 8:30 in the morning. Which is why, like, I'm gonna. I'm planning on getting to the Light Lake Club at like 4:30. Right? And they're open late, so it will make sense. The other thing about tonight, is that there's a decent chance I might be able to work the non-smoking down to an exceedingly minimal level. I don't want to say I'm not going to smoke at all. There's some... Well, I'd say it's almost certain that I will have at least one cigarette. But I'm gonna try my trick here. We'll have to see if it works out or not, basically, right? If it does, this could be a non-smoking night. And if it doesn't, well, if it doesn't, this could be actually a bit of a bust. We'll see. We can't really talk about that too much, though. Okay, so, I gotta go to the bank machine, hit the liquor store quickly if I can, and, I'm gonna try to walk this. That's the idea of hitting the liquor store before I go. Might not make sense either. Might have to, I might have to hop on something. I don't know. Do I have anything else we need to talk about? I don't believe so. Yeah, so this is an experiment with the attempt to not smoke when I'm out tonight. Or at least keeping it to the absolute minimum. Three places overall, and hopefully it's a good night. We'll see. It is beautiful, though I shouldn't. Summer in mid-May is actually pretty early. I shouldn't complain about it. It seems late. I'm spoiled. It's all the. Well, I mean, the last 10 years or so, we've had early springs more often, early summers more often than not. Or if we have like nasty, lingering weather, it's like, you know, like it doesn't linger in May. So seems like summer's here, and I am excited about that. I'm more excited about dyeing my hair. I kind of wish I did it last night, because it's not. I'm back to my mangy brown, which I'm not. I've never been particularly comfortable in. So last night like that for a while. The red wasn't. The red didn't have as much of an effect as I wanted it to do, and it seemed to have like. It was supposed to be permanent, but it looks like it. Looks like it like mostly came out. The bleach is permanent, so that'll be. It'll be it for a while, like a year or two, right? So, and if I do decide to orange or red on top of it, it'll be permanent when it comes in, right? So, I don't know why the dye never really sticks to my hair. Anyways, it's gone now, so it's like I've never been happy with the mangy brown. It doesn't. There's not a lot I feel I can do with it. So it is what it is tonight, but if not tomorrow, the next day it's gone. Lund it is. Say hello to summer. Let's make it a good one this year. That's a deal with myself. Okay. Deal with the devil. Yeah. So I am moving on the Hugh line in Detroit here.
Please step back from the platform. Oh yeah, one time I tried to drink my water and they came on the loudspeaker and they said, no blue and orange drinks on the platform. And I was like, stop.
It's pretty packed. It's free this weekend. Yeah. Unfortunately, my plan is no good. Seems like that place is closed down. Realty sign up. I wasn't sure. I was getting mixed signals. Didn't work. Means I'm smoking tonight, and it's the same as every other night I've been out for the last year and a half. Longer than that, really. Yeah. Well, such is life. There's actually a bit of a mess at the border there. They seem to think I was in it. She didn't seem to believe I was a Canadian citizen. The border person. I had an access card, I had a health card, I had a bank card. I've been telling people for years that I'm not really white, and I'm not really white, and it kind of comes up from time to time. And lo and behold, there it was. I guess my hybrid Cree Jewishness confused someone. Anyways, I'm over, but it was, yeah. There was a chance I could have been stopped tonight for the first time, and it would have been complete bullshit because, like, they ran every check they had and it all came through, so there's literally no reason to stop me at the border besides being a racist. Like I say, I'm really not really white, I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm over. Caught the thing, plan didn't work, and we're back to normal Detroit night. I suppose I should expect that. Kind of fails. I'm gonna fail a few times before I find something that works. I'm really early. This door's at 9. Show doesn't start till 9:30. So I don't know. I grab a beer somewhere or something, I guess. Is the plan. I suppose. I don't know. Take a look around. I don't even know what's around here. So I walked down the wrong street. Where I'm going is down that way. And it's some kind of like painting. Seems like an artist get together. You know, I guess I've heard about stuff like this in Detroit, but I've never actually walked into one. So it's like, it seems to be like a mural painting thing. And there's a bunch of artists and people watching the artists and hanging out with the artists, and it's a chill vibe. Yeah, cool. So walking directly into Scaryville, Detroit really isn't something I had on my bucket list. But it was something I tended to want to avoid, but here I am in Scaryville, Detroit, and I'm going to be walking out of Scaryville, Detroit, one way or the other, within a few hours, when it's dark. So be it. This is kind of why, like I said, I'm trying to prioritize the bus. I think this is the venue. I just gotta figure out where the entrance is. It was like the other place was on the corner of Scaryville, and here I am walking straight into it. So be it. Here I am. Like I say, I intended to avoid that, but It has happened. One of these doors, I'm in a chamber, or I'm in a Scaryville of 32 doors. Yeah. And it's probably true that they'll all take me back here until I find the right one. But what I'm hoping is that I don't have to go down that journey, because I'll be smart enough to pick the right fucking door in the first place. Okay, so this is the Hastings Street Ballroom. Would make sense of the entrance on Hastings Street, or at least the venue entrances. Scaryville, Detroit. And dog. I don't like that. Okay, so there were people over here at least. I'm gonna take that as a good sign. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I always told you I was more concerned about the coyotes, huh? One of them must know the way. Just don't give me a fucking lamia. I don't want to fucking deal with lamias. Come on. There's a sign. Entrance through the alley. What's behind the alley? Okay, so the lesson is that if you're going to the Hastings Street Ballroom, then avoid Hastings Street. That sounds rational, that you would want to enter on Hastings Street, but that's not where the entrance is, and you may run into difficulties. So if you're going to the Hastings Street Ballroom, avoid Hastings Street. Okay, so I'm inside the Tangent Gallery, and I'm trying to understand the $6 beer in a can that I got here. There's no percentage on it. All it says is that it doesn't have gluten. It says crafted to remove gluten. But if you look in the fine print, it says crafted to remove gluten. The product was fermented from grams containing gluten. The gluten content of the product cannot be verified. And the product may contain gluten. I am not joking, that's what it says. Despite it being gluten-free beer, it says on the bottom that it may contain gluten. But what I was looking for was a percentage, and it seems to be absent. I don't know. We'll have to see what this does. Yeah. But I'm inside the Tangent Gallery. This is inside the Tangent Gallery. Never been here before. Stage there, lots of space. Yeah. So I'm making the walk maybe I shouldn't be making. I don't really feel there's any other way right now. I really think I just need to get under this tunnel, and so we're gonna talk all the way through. As per usual, my concern is not really people, it's canids. Not just coyotes, but dogs. I know I'm not going very far under here, and I think it's lighted afterwards. We'll find out. See, this is like soil. It's not even, again, I can't see. So, but this is what we're doing. We're almost through. Wouldn't be doing this if I thought it was a long one. This is what I got. I asked around and nobody seemed to be going where I was going, so it seemed to just, so this is where I'm going, and I hope it's open. If it's not, I'll be upset. I guess I'll have to walk back the other way, and it's a long wait. Some eggs or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm expecting it to be open, but see, it's late enough that I couldn't get back to the works either. This is really pretty much my only option. From where I am, and from what the night is. How was that? It was not remotely what I was expecting. I don't want to say that, like, I wish I could have danced to more of it. I was hoping I'd get more of a chip, like, there was no was more of a hip hop night, you know. And it's just like, if you want to do a hip hop night in Detroit, that's pretty like. No one's gonna come. No one's gonna argue with you on the value of that, right? But like Market don't like. It was strangely. I think a bunch of bands even got bumped. To be honest with you, it was not. It wasn't what I was expecting. Had I known it would have been that, I would not have gone to it. But I'm here now, and like I say, I need to get to the next club, which means getting over this highway and then moving southeast. I'm actually, in fact, operating on Compass, but I think I'm good. I don't know if this is Russell right here, or if this is Russell right here, I'm going to take us south. We got through the tunnel. That was the hard part. In fact, that was probably actually literally the hard part. We have that on camera of me escaping a dog. Escaping. It was probably in a safe enclosure, and I probably freaked out. But yeah. These joints always creep me out. Oh, this is like it's so much of that. Okay. I think this is Russell. In which case, I know I can at least take Russell down. So. I could have done the other way, but I would have done a big loop-to-loop, you know? I could have walked all the way up. You know, this is Coyote Alley. It's just like, there's nobody around here. It's not crickets, it's dogs, you know? Okay, so what road is this here? This is Russell, okay. Okay, I'm going to take a left here on Russell because I know it'll at least take me towards... I want to take an off on Russell at some point, but I know at least... Actually, you know what? It would probably be smart if I just stayed on Russell. Because I don't know what... Well, I want to McDougal, but I should probably even just be quiet. Although, well... This place has been raided, it's not like... Yeah. Anyways. I have no idea if this is... It's like... This appears to be something that was burned out at some point. Someone's living there. Good luck to you. I don't know what that sound is. Water or some other liquid. Okay. I don't like the look of that tunnel. I'm gonna take a left here, and then my batteries are going. I don't know if we'll get to a good spot here. Like I say, what is that? That's nothing. That's just a... Okay, there's a light here. There's no people around here. That's not my concern. Again, my concern is animals. And I don't think it's unjustified either. I fully acknowledge that I'm a bit of a... How can you say it? I'm willing to experiment regarding my safety. And you know what? So long as it's people, I don't even fucking. It's the animals. And this is the thing I need to concern myself with, right? There's another highway I need to get over that way. I know that much. But I'm compassing here, and I'm just looking for lights. You know. I know I need to get over there. It's just I don't want to do it in such a dark way. I know it's a long ways before I go too far. So, but I think this spins around. I recognize the value of having this on for my safety, but it's also dying. So, I think I should turn it off and just be proactive about grabbing it. This doesn't feel particularly unsafe. It's just unknown. I've never walked through here before. This is crazy, but I am crazy. Okay. I'll get to where I'm going, even if I don't know exactly where it is. I'm confident of that. Okay, it's snuck up on me here. Literal railroad tracks. At this time of night, this is definitely literally Coyote Alley. So, I've got a few more steps here before I'm clear of it. And I know I still, in fact, have to get around it. These railroad tracks are a bit of a problem. I knew that. I am confident that I will get to where I'm going. I may be less confident it's open, but I'm confident I'll get there. I am right in the middle of downtown Detroit, and I feel like I'm walking through like the deep suburbs. It's so bizarre. This is downtown Detroit. I'm almost like I look at a map and I think, okay, I'm gonna cut through here, and it's like it's not just empty. It's like there's no street lights. It's scary. But again, like the thing that's frightening about it is that it like you start thinking about wild animals, you know. I've got a major light up here flashing. It doesn't look too far. I hope this guy doesn't, like, it's the worst when people stop. It happens to me fairly frequently, actually. Sometimes they're curious. Most of the time they think you're a prostitute. And you just gotta walk right by them, you know. It's flashing lights up there. I think that's, well, I think it's not Grady out, but I think it's civilization. I've returned to it. Place. God. There's nobody anywhere near here. There's not in a car that's like cruising looking for something. Okay? The only concern is animals. If you are to walk through Detroit at night like this, I kind of want to walk up to that street. There's, consistent flashing there. Walk with a friend, because you're a sitting duck if you don't. I can't for sure say that I've seen any, but it's pretty obvious walking through here. I'm walking through like this is downtown Detroit. Holy shit. I haven't been up this way before, but it's like a block from downtown. A few blocks anyways. This is not. For Ottawa people, I feel like I'm walking through Bell's Corners or something. You know? Probably be okay if you can get to the lights, but you don't want to do it too often. I'm almost there. I told you this would be what the vlog is. If it exists, then this is what it is. I put my safety in unnecessary. Well, I might exaggerate it, but nonetheless. I'm experimenting. Let me say, I'll probably avoid this in the future, this particular path. If I'm going to go to the Late Light Club, maybe I'll go from the Magic Stick or something. Because moving from this side of the tracks is legitimately nerve-wracking. Again, well, no, this isn't a get used to it thing. There's no lights. There's woods. It's, like I say, I'm almost at the light, but scolding myself means realizing this is a bad idea. Right? Okay. Hopefully this stays semi-urban until I get to Gratiot. Hopefully. Fine. I think I'm coming up on the last leg after that light there. I'm very sober tonight, much more so than I would have expected. I'm going to do a little bit of research into what exactly it was I was drinking. Like, I got conflicting information. Either it was an Indian Pale Ale with a slightly higher concentration, or it was potentially even a non-alcoholic beer, if you believe that. Wow. I felt it just not much, and it dissipated quickly. It could be just because I got a lot of sleep last night, and I ate well, and etc. I don't know. Like I said, this has been the most real walk through Detroit yet. By real, I mean like, the truth of the matter is that I don't know the status of the local ecosystems. What is at the top of the food chain and what isn't. But I've been walking for, I think, probably close to an hour now, and it's just all, I feel like I'm walking through a deep suburb, like on the outskirts of town. It's insane. I don't know what was in any of the, like, it's like empty lot after empty lot. Like, were there houses there? Is that what happens when settlement dissipates? It just turns into meadow within a few years? Like I said, I think I have another leg still, but this is getting closer, for sure. And it's just, I knew better than this. Well, we're gonna figure this place out when I get there. That was a venue that was in a place I would normally never go anywhere near. This is an unusual first delve into this late night option. I think in the future, well, I wanted to take a bus, and I wish I could have. It's just it was. I find up out of like somewhere in Midtown or something. I can walk down to the parks and take the bus. It's just there was no rational way for me to do that in this circumstance, considering it only comes once an hour, right? It's just no way out. But I am not going to want to replicate that walk. I believe I'm out of it. I don't think this is the street. We'll find out in a second. But, it might be because it's the right angle. It's the route around. I knew looking at the map it was like an empty industrial sector, but that was. Okay, that went out, so we swapped to Mercury, like literally right here. It is here. This angled street is what I want. So, I wouldn't do that walk again. It was kind of creepy. So it turns out the late night bar wasn't so late. It's only 5. But I am walking home. Only 5. We'll see. I think I'm gonna need to get some eggs. I should get back into the downtown core by 6, and then it's like, if it was a Friday morning, or sorry, if it was a Saturday morning, like a weekday morning or a Saturday morning, it would be fine. But because it's a Sunday morning, I have to wait till 8. So. Okay then. I had some difficulty with the battery operation. Seems to be okay now. It's a nice walk up Gratiotno, it really was. I'm basically back in town now though. And I'm gonna like cut up through this way. I've never done that before. But I get the point of where I'm going, so I'm gonna do it. And we'll get there. Even this is like, the Mercury batteries were supposed to be long lasting. They're like, I get like 5. Yeah, it keeps dying. It's like no battery. Yeah, it seems to me something more along the lines of that this device just doesn't like those batteries. I don't, where did I put my charger? Over here? Yes. It's not even that, like, I'm not even, I'm hesitant to say that they're bad batteries. I just, like, this device just doesn't, they're too heavy, too, whatever it is, this device doesn't like it. So, that's that. It's 10 to 10. I just got home. My camera stopped working for me on the walk to the diner. I got some eggs. Struggled to keep my eyes open for the end of it there. I made it back to the bus station on time to catch the 8:25 bus, but there was a bunch of cops sitting at the station, and they decided to search me, and I missed the bus, so I had to catch a 9 o'clock bus. So I got harassed on the way in, basically called a migrant. They thought I was an illegal immigrant. That seemed to be their concern, seriously. So I got harassed about that on the way in, and then on the way back, they were just screening me. But they were screening everyone. I don't know. I guess maybe there's a general increase in security at the border, and I have to say that that's not a good thing. It's just an annoyance. Like, I have a Nexus card. You know, I'm pre-approved for it's. Like, why are you wasting everyone's time? You're gonna hold up the person with an access card at the border, make them miss the bus on the way in. Like, Why are you wasting everyone's time? You don't have anything better to do? Come on. That's why we have Nexus cards. So that you don't give people a hard time when they're going through the border. When there's no reason to give them a hard time when they're going through the border. That's the whole point. I'm supposed to be pre-approved, and I'm not supposed to have to deal with that bullshit. Welcome to Trumpylvania. And then when I'm walking back, I notice there's like cops at every street corner. And when I get to the front of the house, there's like 5 cops driving by on bicycles. A cop van. It's like they're trailing me, like, and in heavy numbers. I don't know. I don't get it. You know, I'm obviously harmless. Anyways, I'm home now. That was a very good night, sort of. Once again, I'm disappointed by the. I was expecting a chiptune night, and I got a hip hop night, and you know, I'll know better next time. The second half of the night was more enjoyable for me than dancing. Um, Enough so that I kind of wish I would have just gone there in the first place. But at the same time, I wouldn't have gone out at all. The other thing is that I felt as though it was a good idea to go out last night with a little bit of extra money in my pocket because I didn't know how much cover was. I didn't know if it was even going to be open. At the second place. And it turns out the beer was expensive, and so I spent way more tonight than I wanted to. Which means I'm pretty much grounded for the month, and I'm not upset about it. I think it's time to stay in for a little bit, especially considering I got fucking cops trailing me again. It's not the first time it's happened. I don't know why. Anyways, it's likely I'm in for a bit. Like a good bit. Like until June. I don't want to say for sure, but probably. um, I think I need to do that. So, I guess I'm gonna take a shower and get some sleep. Finally. This was, like I say, this is another. It was a good night in process, even if I didn't get the set list I wanted. I just don't get it. If you're gonna broadcast a chiptune night, then why not have a chiptune night? You know, I don't. And if you're gonna have a hip hop night, then why not broadcast a hip hop night? You know. Shrug. Okay, I'm hitting the shower.